Welcome back to the Rags to Riches. In this episode we will finally be getting our first business. I also brought my first vehicle for this series that isn't a free one. This is the vehicle I decided to purchase for the first vehicle of the Rags to Riches series. It is the Obey 9F. Unfortunately you can't get bulletproof tyres until level 20, so we're just going to have to deal with that. I also did record 50 minutes of footage for this episode and then looked down and realised my mic was off, so that was fun. As you can see here I have 870k, and if you watched the last episode you know the math doesn't add up on that. But in the footage that I recorded that I forgot to turn my mic on for, I did the Junk Energy, Time Trial, the Stash House, and what was the other one? G's Cash. And I also did one of these Bobcat security missions. I'll probably do another one of them before this video's over. Right, so the G's Cash thing was very close to me, so I decided we'd do this quickly, and it was pretty much in the first place I looked. That's nice. So I was saying I already done these, but that was yesterday, because after I realised my mic wasn't on, I kind of gave up. But I'm back, and I have a little bit less hatred for everything, so my mic is on, and life is great. Right, so I am going to complete the Junk Energy Time Trial in the Stash House. I'll do that off camera. Whoa. I actually landed that. That's crazy. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh, kinda, just not enough height or gracefulness. Taste pavement, bitch. Okay. That was weird. Time trial completed. That's another 50k in our bank account. Give me them toes. What the f... Can I kill it? What are you? You're me, but all fucked up looking. What is this thing? Smush. What is it? What is this? What is going on? I don't have words to explain what this is. Guess I'll just get in my car and act like that didn't happen. Right, so we have 970k after I did the time trial and all that. We need 1.1 million for the business that I want to buy, and I have a method that I want to do. So I thought we'd go and deliver some of these group... I'm not sure that I can say that word, actually. We're going to go and deliver some of these Group 6 vans. Now, as I said before, I did do the Bobcat security delivery things, but I don't know if the price is any different, so we'll see. Either way, I'll probably just stick to doing this for a bit, because we, as I said, we only need like 130k. As well as getting an extra $1,000 doing the Group 6 ones, we also, the destination we had to drive it was like only half the distance. 18k for like literally 2 minutes isn't that bad. I don't see how I can make this interesting for you guys, so most of it's probably going to get cut out in editing, but it's not a very entertaining mission. It's just drive this van from point A to point B and get money. Alright, so I finished the second delivery. I'm now on the third, and I'm noticing the money's going up. For the last delivery that I did, I got 19k, and now we're getting 20, so I don't know if it keeps going up, or if it's just random chance the money that we get. Alright, I've made enough money to get our first business, and that business is going to be the motorcycle club. The reason I needed $1 million is because I wanted to get the custom bike shop, which is sort of like the auto shop, how you can customize the cars and deliver them, but it's with bikes. But I figured in the long run, and just to get a little bit of cash back right now, I think this is probably worth getting if you are a beginner and have the money. But there is a whole separate money making method with the clubhouse that I'll show you guys in just a second. But for now, let's stop rambling and actually buy this thing. Once we get some more money, we can come back and customize all the other stuff. Right, so we're at the clubhouse. I think we're going to watch some dumb cutscene. I forgot to mention the location that I chose. It is this one here. There is one up here for 200k, but it's just very inconvenient when most of the missions we're going to be doing are down in this area. So over here is your custom bike workshop. Every 48 minutes, I believe you will get a bike in there. I think it's 48 minutes, that's the general cooldown slash wait period for most things in this game. In this room you can complete club contracts, but there is a specific method I will show you guys here. I believe one of my first videos that I uploaded to this channel was a motorcycle club guide, so it is all there if you want to see it in short instead of watching this whole ordeal unfold. The method I'm going to be using today requires the life and death bikes mission. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go over and select it. If it's not there, you can select one of these other missions and then just find a new session. But if you're going to do that, make sure you set your spawn location to your MC clubhouse. For these missions, you'll get one of like 3 or 4 spawn locations up in these areas here, and you will alert these guys either way, so it doesn't really matter. It'll then make you come upstairs, and you've just got to kill 2 dudes in here. And there are 3 separate buttons that you've got to press. You just press all 3 until you find the elevator. Right, we've got the elevator on the second button. Sometimes you'll get it on the first one, sometimes you'll get it on the last one. It's really just random chance. And then be careful when you enter this thing, because there is a dude with a minigun, I think. As I said, be careful when you go down into this garage. This guy does not have a minigun, but he can do some serious damage. Alright, once you've got the death bike, it will make you drive to some stupid location. Oh no! I'm dead. Also, you do have a mounted machine gun on the front of this bitch, but it's very hard to control. And it's not often that the enemies shooting at you are actually in front of you, they're usually behind you. That's the whole point of them chasing you. So this is the furthest one away that you'll have to drive to. The rest are down in the city. You can use the death bike if you want to. I don't have grenades, so I don't really have much of a choice. You can choose whether or not you want to deliver the death bike back to the clubhouse. You will get like an extra 10k, I think it is. And considering you got to drive back there anyway, I think it's worth taking it back. So as you know, I did buy the custom bike workshop, but even if you don't have enough money for that, I still recommend getting this because these clubhouses are cheap and you'll get your money back pretty quickly with these missions. Alright, the mission is completed. We did deliver the death bike and we do get 40k, so I think you get 30k for completing the mission and 10k for the death bike. Alright, so we got the same house thing again, so unless they've updated this mission, you will get the same location that you've got to drive to after. Alright, let's not die this time. We head straight for this car and not get shot in the face. Okay, so they haven't changed these. You get the same locations with the same houses, if that makes any sense. So every time you get that house, you will be getting this clubhouse thing that you've got to drive to. What? Come on. At least make it slightly less obvious. Alright, time to be dead. Alright, for the purpose of figuring out what this mission actually pays without the death bike, I am going to say no to returning the death bike. 28k. Okay, so that's not terrible. This one has a different location for the house, and I believe this one is the Vargos house, so you will have to go down the bottom of the map. There is one mission that it hasn't given us, which the end location is very close to like both the clubhouse and the first house location thing. This one's a bit more awkward to actually do with the death bike because there are a lot of poles and other things that they can shoot through, but the death bike won't for some reason. That is another $39,000. 39? I thought we got... Okay. Alright, so we've got the Kangpei locations, so this mission is by far the quickest one out of all three. Even though these missions have different locations, they're pretty much all the same. You've just got to kill a bunch of people and steal the death bike. I checked right before I started this mission. We still don't have a bike delivered to our custom bike shop yet, but we should be coming close to the time that one will get delivered. Alright, so we're at the Kangpei location, and I didn't just die, definitely. That's not something that I do. That dude sounds like he's really not having a fun time. If you were looking at the timers down the bottom right of the screen when I was doing those missions, I really wouldn't pay too much attention to that. Alright, so I'm not sure if my game's glitched or what's going on, but I waited around for an extra half hour just then to see if the bike was going to spawn, and I still haven't got a bike. We'll try going outside and back in and see what happens. If I want to stick to uploading one episode a week, I'm going to have to end this video now. I was really hoping I could have got that bike to spawn in because I wanted to show you guys that you can make 50k from practically doing nothing. But I guess that'll be in the next episode once I figure out why I'm not getting any bikes spawning into my bike workshop.